Imran Khan, in full Imran Ahmad Khan Niazi, born October 5, 1952, Lahore, Pakistan, Pakistani cricket player, politician, philanthropist, and Prime Minister of Pakistan, 2018-22. Who became a national hero by leading Pakistan's national team to a Cricket World Cup victory in 1992 and later entered politics as a critic of government corruption in Pakistan. Early life and cricket career. Khan was born into an affluent Pashtun family in Lahore and was educated at elite schools in Pakistan and the UK, including the Royal Grammar School in Worcester and HSN College in Lahore. There were several accomplished cricket players in his family, including two elder cousins, Javed Burki and Majid Khan, who both served as captains of the Pakistani national team. Imran Khan played cricket in Pakistan and the United Kingdom in his teens and continued playing while studying philosophy, politics, and economics at the University of Oxford. Khan played his first match for Pakistan's national team in 1971, but he did not take a permanent place on the team until after his graduation from Oxford in 1976. By the early 1980s, Khan had distinguished himself as an exceptional bowler and all-rounder, and he was named captain of the Pakistani team in 1982. Khan's athletic talent and good looks made him a celebrity in Pakistan and England, and his regular appearances at fashionable London nightclubs provided fodder for the British tabloid press. In 1992, Khan achieved his greatest athletic success when he led the Pakistani team to its first World Cup title, defeating England in the final. He retired that same year, having secured a reputation as one of the greatest cricket players in history. After 1992, Khan remained in the public eye as a philanthropist. He experienced a religious awakening, embracing Sufi mysticism and shedding his earlier playboy image. In one of his philanthropic endeavors, Khan acted as the primary fundraiser for the Shaukat Khan Memorial Cancer Hospital, a specialized cancer hospital in Lahore, which opened in 1994. The hospital was named after Khan's mother, who had died of cancer in 1985. Entry into politics. After his retirement from cricket, Khan became an outspoken critic of government mismanagement and corruption in Pakistan. He founded his own political party, Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, Pakistan Justice Movement, PTI, in 1996. In national elections held the following year, the newly formed party won less than 1% of the vote and failed to win any seats in the National Assembly. Khan maintained that vote rigging was to blame for his party's low vote totals. In October 2007, Khan was among a group of politicians who resigned from the National Assembly, protesting President Pervez Musharraf's candidacy in the upcoming presidential election. In November, Khan was briefly imprisoned during a crackdown against critics of Musharraf, who had declared a state of emergency. The PTI condemned the state of emergency, which ended in mid-December, and boycotted the 2008 national elections to protest Musharraf's rule. In spite of the PTI's struggles in elections, Khan's populist positions found support, especially among young people. He continued his criticism of corruption, economic inequality in Pakistan, and opposed the Pakistani government's cooperation with the United States in fighting militants near the Afghan border. He also launched broadsides against Pakistan's political and economic elites, whom he accused of being westernized and out of touch with Pakistan's religious and cultural norms. Khan's writings included Warrior Race, A Journey Through the Land of the Tribal Pathans, 1993, and Pakistan, A Personal History, 2011. political assent. In the months leading up to the legislative elections scheduled for early 2013, Khan and his party drew large crowds at rallies and attracted the support of several veteran politicians from Pakistan. Further evidence of Khan's rising political fortunes came in the form of an opinion poll in 2012 that found him to be the most popular political figure in Pakistan. Just days before legislative elections in May 2013, Khan injured his head and back when he fell from a platform at a campaign rally. He appeared on television from his hospital bed hours later to make a final appeal to voters. The elections produced the PTI's highest totals yet, but the party still won less than half the number of seats won by the Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz, PMLN, led by Nawaz Sharif. Khan accused the PMLN of rigging the elections. After his calls for an investigation went unmet, he and other opposition leaders led 4 months of protests in late 2014 in order to pressure Sharif to step down. The protests failed to oust Sharif, but suspicions of corruption were amplified when the Panama Papers linked his family to offshore holdings. Khan organized a new set of protests in late 2016 but called them off at the last minute after the Supreme Court agreed to open an investigation. The investigation disqualified Sharif from holding public office in 2017, and he was forced to resign from office. Khan, meanwhile, was also revealed to have had offshore holdings but, in a separate case, was not disqualified by the Supreme Court. Elections were held the following year, in July 2018. Khan ran on the platform of fighting corruption and poverty, even as he had to fight off accusations that he was too cozy with the military establishment. The PTI won a plurality of seats in the National Assembly, allowing Khan to seek a coalition with independent members of the parliament. He became Prime Minister on August 18th. Premiership. As Prime Minister, Khan faced a mounting balance of payments crisis. Though the economy was experiencing growth, imports and debt commitments from before his term had skyrocketed in recent years, especially because of the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor Initiative. Just weeks into his term as Prime Minister, the crisis worsened when the United States withheld $300 million in promised military aid, saying Pakistan had not done enough to stem terrorism. Khan attempted to seek foreign aid from friendly countries first, because a dozen previous packages from the International Monetary Fund, IMF, had failed to solve Pakistan's macroeconomic problems. His avoidance of an IMF bailout reflected popular fatigue with the IMF. After he was unable to secure foreign aid on favorable conditions from other countries, however, Pakistan submitted a request for emergency lending from the IMF. He continued to seek foreign aid from other sources and later received promises of investments from China, Saudi Arabia, and the United Arab Emirates. Aside from courting foreign aid, Khan oversaw several significant developments in Pakistan's foreign relations. The country successfully brought the Taliban to negotiations with the United States, improving relations with the country and with neighboring Afghanistan. In February 2019, in a show of force against militants in Kashmir, who had recently staged a suicide attack killing 40 Indian security personnel, India launched an air assault in Pakistan for the first time in 5 decades, raising fears of a new conflict between the two countries. Pakistan downplayed the impact and appeared to avoid escalating the situation. When India again entered Pakistan's airspace, Pakistan shot down 2 fighter jets and captured a pilot but returned the pilot to India soon afterward. After the incident, Khan implemented a crackdown on militants, issuing arrests, closing a large number of religious schools, and promising to update existing laws to reflect international standards. The COVID-19 pandemic, which began in early 2020, aggravated the country's economic woes.